In the first part of this chapter, we will be showing you how to navigate your RStudio and find things you are looking for. When you first open your RStudio, this is what it will look like, with three large panes. In this pane is the console. You can type code here, but the code will not be saved. So our first step is going to be creating something called a script where we can type code and save it so that we can return to it later. There are two ways to do this. The first is to go to File, New File, and RScript. The second way you can do this is to go right underneath File, click this white box, and then click RScript. Now a fourth pane has appeared. This one is where we can type all of our code and it will save. We can type code that will appear as black, or we can type something called comments, which are designated with the hashtag or #, and those will appear as green. These are useful for marking your thoughts in your code for yourself or others to keep track of what you are doing or why you are doing it. The next tab we have is the console. Anytime you run code, the code will appear here and its outputs. You can also type code directly into this console, but again, it will not save. So we suggest getting in the habit of typing all of your code in scripts so that you can save them and return to them later. The third pane is your environment. If you go into the history, it will show you anything you have done. And your environment, your global environment, is where all of your variables, datasets, and anything you create will be saved. Finally, this fourth pane has a lot of different options. The first option is your Files tab. This is where your code will look when finding files that you want to upload. To make sure your working directory is set correctly, please refer to our video from Chapter 3, where we teach you how to set a working directory. The next tab in this pane is the plots. Anytime you create a graph or visualization of any kind, they will appear under your plots. The Packages tab is where you will manage all of the packages you want to use within your code. We will talk about this more later. The Help tab is where you will go if you need help learning about packages, functions, or anything else. Feel free to explore your RStudio and get comfortable finding all the different buttons and where everything is and how it works. In the next video, we will teach you how to start writing your code.